What's going on, people? Welcome to 137 Works, and today we're having a look at this. This is the Singer Porsche 911 DLS. It's a very interesting car. It's a very interesting company and kind of mission that they have, and I've wanted to try it out for ages. I've had it sitting in my mod library for literally probably months at this point, if not a year. I'm not sure exactly when it came out, but I'm pretty sure I downloaded it not long after it came out, and I just never got around to actually trying it out. So, what is Singer? Singer basically is a company based in England that was started in 2009 by a man called Rob Dickinson. He used to be in a band in England in the 90s, but yeah, 2009 he discovered that his passion was for restoring, modifying, upgrading, and just making like the ultimate version of a Porsche 911 as he sees it. And they're really cool. They are very well known. They've kind of established themselves now as a luxury brand that, like, if you're into cars and you want, like, again, if you do want amongst the best versions of 911s, the classic 911s of course, that the Singer is the one to go for. From 2009 up until I think it was about 2018, somewhere in the late 2010s, their main model was what they now call the Classic Study, but originally it was just the 911 reimagined by Singer, I'm pretty sure. And again, it's just trying to make the ultimate version of a 911. And then within the last kind of 5 years or so, they released this, which is the Singer 911 DLS, which stands for Dynamics and Lightweight Study. And that's just basically, again, the same thing, just a load of engineering into the chassis, into the suspension, into just everything that goes into creating the car, essentially, and bringing it up to that next level again. And again, just, I keep saying it, but that's essentially what their aim is here, to create the ultimate classic 911. Yeah, they seem to specialize specifically in this generation 964 Porsche 911, and they just want to create the ideal version of a 911. If you could have a perfect, modernized, absolutely amazing 911 that's just completely got everything, all the bells and whistles that you put onto a Porsche 911 to make it the ideal version of it, again, according to their vision, this is it essentially. So yeah, it's really well done. It is made by MBNA Mods, in collaboration, I think, with the guy who did the original ones. I can't remember his name off the top of my head now, but as always, link will be in the description if you want to check it out. It looks incredible in the little preview window here, and I'm hoping, and I believe from the ratings, I believe it's on Race Department is where I got this from, and I believe it's highly rated, highly kind of regarded, and it's supposed to be a very good mod, so I'm looking forward to trying that out. If you don't know what we do here, we are basically going, after this little clip here, we're going to do a little beauty montage showing off some of the more beautiful, interesting parts of the car, accompanied by some music, and then we're going to do a VR test where I basically look around in VR, see if it's got all the kind of details that you want to see in VR to make it as immersive as possible. Going to do a sound test and just check out and see what the sound is. Obviously it's an air-cooled, I think they're straight six or flat six, one or the other, in the 911 engine, so it should sound amazing. That's the theory. Hopefully they've nailed that. And then finally we go for a single lap of the Nürburgring Nordschleife. It's not about my abilities as a driver, it's not about setting the fastest lap time or any lap time, it's just a single lap, feeling it out over the lap, seeing how this thing handles, how it drives, and just having fun. So if that sounds interesting, stick around and I will meet you out on the track. Okay, so here we are in the car, in the cockpit, and right off the bat, it looks good. Look, the detail in the carbon there, all the reflection from all the individual weaves is absolutely gorgeous. The seats, they have such a cool interior in the real car, and obviously it's nice to see that it seems to be reflected in the actual mod, which is great. All the lights are on, they all work with the headlights on and off. Working wipers, I don't usually do that check, but that just occurred to me. Yeah, it looks great. It feels cozy. I don't know how else to put it. Like, it feels like it's just small and everything's tailored to you, and very simplified. Like, it looks and feels absolutely gorgeous as a place to be in. All the stitching on the steering wheel and stuff like that. Very solid. I don't give scores, I don't give out 10s or anything like that, but this will get a pretty good one. So let's listen to the sound and see what we have. Very cool. Seems very sensitive. I'm only getting about halfway, like a quarter, halfway down the throttle pedal, and it's already at redline. Sounds very good though. Sounds, again, like what you're expecting, like that distinct Porsche engine sound. Sounds real good. So let's listen to the outside. Sounds amazing. Sounds absolutely fantastic. Looks amazing. I'm very excited for this one, so let us go. Spin of the Nordschleife in a Singer 911. So yeah, I forgot to say in the intro, so I'll mention it now. It has 500 horsepower, and I think it's about 477 foot-pounds of torque. I don't remember how much it weighs, but again, it's the very sensitive brakes. It is the dynamics and lightweight study, so I'd imagine it's not a lot. So as we get out the track, shifters animated. That's pretty sick to see. Now, as usual, we always take the first couple of bends a bit steady on, just because we don't know what we're dealing with. So brakes lock very easily there. I'd imagine they're still very cold, so oh, they lock very easily. It seems to be very sensitive to accelerator and braking inputs. I'm trying to test out now to see how sturdy it is. Oh, it's actually very locked down. Oh, the brakes are sensitive though. Oh, I love everything about it so far except for the brakes. I'm shocked at how how confidently it's putting down the power out of the corners. And then it just turns in like that. That's gorgeous. But the brakes are letting it down big time here. I'm hoping they come into some kind of operating range. They're a bit more usable further into the lap, but we shall see. But again, I was even a bit cheeky there. I was like, okay, I'll stamp on the accelerator as we come through that last, through the right-hander. As we come around the left and see how it handles it, and it just absolutely no problems. Oh no. Okay, we're good, we're good. That was very scary, but we're good. Made it through. Again, absolutely just nothing from the brakes. I don't know, again, I don't imagine that that's a symptom with a real car. But this thing absolutely flies. Good lord, this is good. I'd have to imagine that the real car is a bit better on the brakes now, but like I'm literally, when I say it's about 10% of braking force there, I'm not exaggerating. Like they lock up almost immediately, which is unfortunate. It's just very pointy. It goes where you want it to go. It's absolutely lovely to drive. If you could just sort out this this braking. It's also because the brakes lock up and send you straight on. It's very hard to control the actual like anywhere that as far as direction. The brakes lock up and you just go straight ahead like. But other than that, the actual drive and the steering, the acceleration, the grip and all that, this is absolutely wonderful. I just wish I didn't hear the brakes lock up squealing sound every corner basically. Whoa, you say that one. I'm making this so much harder than it needs to be. Believe me, this is not the car. This is the problems between my ears, not between the front and rear wheels. Oh, change gear, right? See, the problem with the brakes being so not ideal is that you have to drive it just a little bit reserved as a result. I feel like the car would take a lot more as far as acceleration and whoa, little slide there. The car would take a lot more as far as acceleration, thrown into corners and stuff like that, but you kind of panic a little bit about the lack of braking. So you don't, you're a bit more cautious like. Well, what an experience, I have to say. And again, just that big chunky wheel in front of you, you just feel confident like. But then the brakes let you down. I feel like they're sort of starting to come back into a bit of range. They're starting to warm up and work a little bit better now, so we'll see through the second half of the lap how they kind of come alive. But I probably didn't need to lift there, but I just got a bit spooked. Like. Did need to lift there, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, what we do now, 155 in 6th gear, like, this is just nice. It's just good, like. I'll just ease off a little bit because I'm going to be careful coming through here. Whoa, the jump got me there a little bit. the traction braking from the little bit of air that you get at that section there. Nearly caught me off guard and sent me into the wall, but we're good so far. Of course, coming up to the carousel. Let's see how it handles it. Oh, these brakes. Killing me. A bit jumpy on the way out. Handle it more or less okay. Oh, that corner is flat out in so many cars. Okay, unfortunately we did destroy this €500,000. That's a fair amount of the paint gun, I'd say. Oh, can we? Okay, we didn't spin around. I forgot that the wheels would still be dirty after going off track, and I did it again, and they spun. So let's just be careful a bit. Again, it's not like it's not refined and easy. Again, you have to be paying attention and being cautious and aware of all your inputs because they will have an effect. It's not just the brakes, like it's but it is the brakes quite a bit. Your heart jumps a little bit when you hit the brakes and it locks up, and you just for that split second you're like, I'm not making this. I'm hitting the wall straight away. But it seems to come around by the end. By the time that it gets too scary, it seems to sort itself out. So, okay. I let that one get away from me. So yeah, absolutely total this absolute work of art, if this is real life. Well, I don't think any Singer owners out there would be letting me take a shot to compare their real life versions anytime soon after watching this video. But yeah, it is very alive. It's very, I don't know how to describe it. It's so good, but like you have to be aware. You have to have your wits about you. Like. So as we head into the last couple of corners. Oh. Yeah, it puts the power down so good, like 99% of the time. If you try to be silly with it, it will snap out on you, but generally speaking, the grip at the rear, with the weight obviously of the engine in the back, and I'm assuming it's got big fat chunky tyres, like, it puts down the power absolutely just beautifully. So as we come down onto the start-finish straight, let's see how fast we can go. I will just say, yeah, absolutely, I can see why this gets such good reviews. I do wish the brakes were a bit better, but, you know, shockingly, after I've just given out about them for the entire lap, they didn't really come into that window. What's kind of, can we do 175? Yeah, we do 175 and then ease off. If we had the full circuit, I'd say that would do about 180, 185 at the least. Yeah, no, just absolute blast. I'm happy I finally tried this out, because again, I have had this mod sitting in my folder for as long as it's been out, basically. I'm pretty sure I got it on Race Department. The link will be in the description below for you to check it out yourself, if you haven't for some reason already. But yeah, I will just say that absolutely everything that I said about there during the lap is how I feel about it now. Yeah, like, it's absolutely gorgeous, it's refined, it gets up and goes out of the corner so well. I don't know how to describe it, but just absolutely fantastic. Again, I could not recommend it enough. Yeah, if the real cars aren't like that to drive, I can see why they're considered so highly, because that is just, again, it's great, it's amazing, and I can't recommend it highly enough. So link in the description below. If you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.